Okay, so welcome to another ranking video, and we're going to be talking about the MCU, particularly the TV shows that we've gotten so far, which includes Secret Invasion. Now, let this serve as a disclaimer. I will not include shows such as Cloak and Dagger, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Defender series, Daredevil, The Punisher, and Jessica Jones will not be added here. I'll have that for a separate list entirely. Now, I will focus primarily on the shows in the MCU. So let's get started with the number 9th spot, which belongs to Secret Invasion. The most recent TV show, I believe, is the worst performing one, and it is last on the Rotten Tomatoes scale as well. I just felt like it was all over the place. It didn't deliver on what it was supposed to, which is this excitement, thrilling show featuring Skrulls. You don't know who is who. The anonymity was really completely off. It was very predictable. And even the latter moments weren't all that exciting. They tried their best, but there was nothing much to really love about this particular MCU show. Even the storyline with Samuel L. Jackson wasn't all put together. I wanted more out of it, which is why I was so disappointed and sad, because this was the first one in phase 5. Number 8 is She-Hulk. Now, the reason why I don't love this so much is because of the animation. The story is trying too much as well. It's trying its hand on the legal drama comedy aspect. My favorite parts of this show was the first few moments with Mark Ruffalo there, and the setup was nice. I also loved a bit of the ending, like how they paid homage to the comic books with the whole breaking of the fourth wall kind of situation. That was actually fun, but as a whole, especially the animation with She-Hulk itself, it didn't feel all that well together compared again to everything else. Number 7 is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, personally, I love this show because of its direction and how it develops, but compared to everything else, it's just mediocre. It's just meh. The story takes some time to really build up. I think it's just a really good way to transition us into the new MCU. What happens next now that Captain America is gone? This one is leaning more into the political, realistic side of things, and that's something I actually like in the MCU. And I love that it was a good build-up to certain things in the future. Number 6, initially I love the What If series, and it's nice watching it for the first time. I mean, it's a different angle, animation style first and foremost was really nice. But for me, I just felt like it was just a fan service through and through. It was like a means to really just show different sides of the MCU, what could have happened if this happened instead, which it kind of does orient us with, but it doesn't really get you anywhere. Once you rewatch it especially, it's not all that great. On the number 5 spot is Hawkeye. I actually love, first and foremost, the tandem of Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye and Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. They were pretty awesome to see on screen. They had a nice chemistry and way to move along in the show. Does feel like fan service also at times when Elena Belova comes into the picture, and even that big twist with that villain that comes in towards the end. That was pretty nice, but it felt like this was a show that capitalized on that holiday theme. It felt very different as well. And I love the pacing of this. I mean, this is a solid offering and a good way of creating a story from the lesser Avengers that we don't necessarily get that much screen time with. So Hawkeye definitely was pretty good. On the number 4 spot, we are down to Miss Marvel. This, I feel, is a good cultural treat, if you will, having nice influences of like Pakistani culture, Middle Eastern culture. I love the way that they stylized this as well. It feels bright and uplifting. It feels like a millennial or Gen Z kind of show. It seems like a means to open the door for what's next, but as an origin story, it was pretty good. I mean, I liked how the pacing was like, and how you get different like mythological elements as well. I love shows like that. I love that there's a bit of mythology inserted into it. It feels very young, which is interesting. But again, it feels like an open door for what's going to happen in the Marvels. But again, pretty good. Number 3 is another origin story, which I actually like because of its darker direction. It dives into mental health, which is Moon Knight. This was very different, but I like this particular angle as well. The darker mythological direction that Moon Knight gives us is pretty cool. I love that you have that parang introduction to this new character and to Egyptian mythology, especially because of the story. It's pretty great as a show. Now, number 2, we're going down to the wire, belongs to Loki. This show at first felt very confusing with the whole diving into timelines and all of these things. But the whole premise of it, especially towards the end, it was just a build-up. That's, I think, what I love the most about Loki. It had a solid direction of going into something climactic. And the climax of it all, the finale of it all, was pretty good. It's just satisfying because it comes in full circle and you get a pretty good TV show as it is. And the setup becoming so crystal clear in a way was nice to see. But of course, we're going down to the number 1 spot, which may be obvious, belongs to the first TV show ever released for the MCU, which is WandaVision. I just love the show because it's just fun. It felt like an experiment at first, trying out the whole TV format, but I love how it all came together. I love that it was a tribute to sitcoms, which I love. Eras of sitcoms, year after year, different kinds per episode, but it made sense in the grander scheme of things when it came to the story. There was a reason why there was a showcase of these TV shows. It wasn't just done for the fun of it, just to make it artistic or aesthetic. There was a reason for all of it, which was a good payoff for the entire show. Hands down for me, obviously it's the best show we've gotten so far. Now, how about you guys? Do you agree with my rankings? Do you agree with this list that I prepared for you guys? Let me know in the comment section down below. What's your favorite MCU TV show? That's it for this video. I'm going to make more and more ranking videos as well, so stay tuned to that. And as always, don't forget to make every day into an adventure. See you guys in my next one. God bless and stay safe.